New York Democrats, led by AOC, thought today would be the day to have their voices heard as they begged for help from the White House to fix the migrant mess. Man, were they wrong.
Our city is a testament to the many immigrant communities that have shaped our past and are propelling us into the future. We set up this center here at the Greswold Hotel to process these migrants to make sure they're fully vaccinated.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Here to react, host of Piers Morgan Uncensored on Fox Nation, Piers Morgan. There's just something so delicious about seeing that.
AOC is uniquely irritating and self-righteous, so watching her get cornered at the very apex of her incessant virtue signaling meeting harsh reality was delicious. It was delicious because her terrified face as she confronted the reality of all her rhetoric about this issue coming back to haunt her, and the public making it very clear, very, very clear that this is all completely ridiculous and it's on her. And she couldn't deal with it. She looked terrified.
So, Piers, I was watching it live, and I actually couldn't hear what she was saying because the protesters were so loud, but I went back and read it, and her idea is not to fix the border, secure the border, stem the flow of migrants. Her idea was we need more money from the federal government and communities to deal with the migrant crisis, which will not end it. Number two, she wants work permits for those who've come to the country to compete with low-end American workers, driving wages further down. And then she wants protections for Venezuelans, who, by the way, are fleeing Venezuela because of the very same policies that she's advocating for here in the United States.
And you know where she isn't? She isn't on the border, where she spent most of the time during Donald Trump's presidency.
In white
you may remember crying at the border. Now she's never, ever down there because the reality, again, is that whether it's in America or the UK, where we have all these small boats coming in carrying illegal immigrants, or Italy, or wherever it may be, the problem is the same everywhere. The public, generally speaking, the vast majority of the public do not want to see porous borders allowing millions of illegal immigrants around the world coming into countries illegally, because they think, quite rightly, many people go through the legal process, and that's the way immigration should be, and that's the way it functions properly. AOC knows that, but she won't go down there now because it's Biden and Democrats, right. And she should. I'd admire her more if she'd stopped virtue signaling in New York and got down to that border again and cried over what her guy's done, because it's been a lot worse than anything Trump did. A
lot worse. And you mentioned Italy, and it's not just the United States that's reeling from this massive influx of migrants. If we can take a look at this is video that was shot on this tiny, I'm redundant, I know that. It's a tiny Italian island called Lampedusa. Might have mispronounced that. In just a 24-hour span, the island's population of roughly 6,000 people, more than double with the arrival of at least 7,000 migrants, mostly from North Africa. And I know Douglas Murray was writing about this in the New York Post. There have been a lot of articles written about this. But this is a problem where you incentivize law breaking, and and this is something that's been ignored here in the United States, but it becomes irreversible.
It is. This problem will only get worse. And as I say, there are many people, whether it's America, it's the UK, Italy, and other countries, who go through the lawful process to become immigrants in countries. America was founded on immigration, right? I don't think most Americans instinctively are anti-immigrant because they'd be anti their own ancestors. What Americans want, the same in Britain, they just want things to be done properly and lawfully. And when you have this kind of, at the moment, quite catastrophic opening up of borders or failure to properly seal them, then you're going to get a lot of ill will. And what AOC discovered when she met New Yorkers is that New Yorkers think this is a ridiculous way to handle a situation.
Well, I mean, Americans think, as Brits probably do too, you have a right to know who comes in your country. Are they drug dealers? Are they human traffickers? Yeah. Are they terrorists? We should know who comes in and make a decision whether you can come or not.
And we found, for example, in the UK, there were 40,000, 50,000 illegal immigrants trying to get in on these small boats that were coming over mainly from France. But it turned out at one stage last year, I think it was like 35% of them were young Albanian male economic migrants, right? These were just young, healthy, fit people, male, from a country that's not a war-torn country at all. So they did a deal with Albania. Now they don't come in because there's no incentive for them to do so. But these people who are trying to get here illegally are cheating the system. And yes, you can have genuine asylum seekers and genuine refugee programs, and absolutely that should be at the heart of any civilized society and democracy. But you cannot have such willful illegal immigration or borders that are so open that you lead to these scenes you're seeing in New York City. And I think most rational people understand this. And what they want to see from leaders are proper policies that sort this mess out.
Yep. So I'm going to shift gears. So you recently had on UFC CEO Dana White on your show talking about remote work, and he just held back a little bit. He was pretty reserved.
You know, you got these people that don't want to go to work. They want to stay home and work from home. You have to have people in the office working every day. And you can sit home and you can cry and complain about how you didn't get yours and it's because this person had this opportunity that you didn't have. It's all crybaby stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I love Dana White. I think
I did too.
He calls it like it is. And this is a guy, I mean, he's very open in that interview. He revealed that both his parents recently died. He had very little love from either of them. He didn't go to his mother's funeral. You know, this is a guy who's come from really tough, loveless upbringing, actually, to drive himself to become one of America's great success stories, creating and driving the UFC. And he's just got no time for shirkers. He's got no time for the soft wokies who just want to sit at home drinking their venti lattes or whatever it is from Starbucks and whining about everything in life and not wanting to go to an office because you know what it means getting on a train or getting on this. Like, stop whining, all of you. Go back to what used to make America great and my country great. We have exactly the same problem in Britain. Get off your lazy backsides. The pandemic's over. Get back to the office and put a shift in. Like your parents did and your grandparents and everybody else did. Like you two do. Like I do.
I was here every day during COVID.
Never mind that.
Every day.
I saw you this morning when I was doing Fox and Friends at 7 a.m. That's when you badgered me to do this show.
Yes, I did.
And now I'm seeing you again.
Yes, I did.
12 hours later. You are the Dana White of this organization.
You look fabulous, Piers Morgan.
Oh, my goodness. Piers Morgan, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. You can catch the latest episode of The Killer Interview with Piers Morgan on Fox.
All 8 episodes.
Nation.
Yes, and
all 8
killer interviews.
And I love, well, I don't love serial killers, but I enjoy stories of serial killers.
I think you'll enjoy me holding them to a ferocious account.
I cannot wait.
I get you and Dana White together? That's awesome. I got to check that out.
You know what? It's one of our fastest growing interviews ever on Piers Morgan Uncensored on YouTube. It's unbelievable.
Love it.
It's gone over 1 million, I think, now. This guy is what more people should be like. As he says, there's a bit of savage about him, but the success stories in life have a bit of savage about them.
Yep.
He's a man's man. Piers Morgan, thanks for joining us.
Great to see you.
Thanks for staying here all day long and staying with us.
You know, how could I possibly say no to I mean, literally.
You can't say no to
They can just grab me,
the knife.
looked me in the eye, and I was done.
You can't say no. Piers, thank you.
It's a pleasure. An honor to be on the show. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.